guys, we're going to be watching some scary animated stories. 3 actually, all in one video. And based on true events that have happened, I don't know when, but let's find out. The following stories are inspired true Amazon delivery story 1.
I don't feel comfortable recalling this one particular memory as it gives me anxiety and panic attacks. Years back, I used to work for Amazon as a delivery guy. I had a small car which I drove to the delivery locations to drop off the packages. So this one time, I was driving on this stranded highway. It was around 5:40 in the afternoon, and due to the cloudy weather, there wasn't much sunlight around. Thunder was rumbling, but it hadn't started to rain yet. I checked my engine oil, and I realized I had to stop for gas as soon as possible. There was this one gas station which I saw fast, but there was already 5 to 6 cars standing in the queue, and I didn't want to wait. I checked the map and saw another gas station after 15 minutes. Thinking I will take gas from there, I kept on driving. It was the biggest mistake of my life. After taking a left shown by the GPS, I got onto a dusty road surrounded by woods. The road was so bumpy that it was pretty difficult to drive faster. I was concentrating on the road when I saw a man wearing nothing but ripped trousers standing on the side of the road. Thinking he might need help, I stopped my car. This was mistake number 2. The man was standing in the woods staring at me. He had big scars on his body and was covered in dirt like a wild animal.
Everything okay, man? No!
His voice was so weird. I have never heard someone talk like that. It was like a broken howling sound came from his mouth. Thinking he had met with an accident, I got out of my car, which was mistake number 3 that resulted in the final strike. Seeing me coming out of the car, the man also took a few steps toward me and then stopped.
Yeesh.
I asked again.
Do you need any help?
But now the man did something which started the most horrific nightmare of my life. He got down on the ground like a 4-legged animal and started crawling toward me while grinning.
Oh, hell no.
Before I could make out what the hell was wrong with this guy, I ran towards my car. The man also started running while being in the crawling position.
Oh my God.
I could hear his howling laughter from behind. But before he could get to me, I got inside the car, locked the doors, and pressed hard on the clutch, starting the engine. But as I already said, the condition of the road was pathetic. I failed to see a big ditch on the right. My car took up sudden speed, and before I could anticipate it, the right wheel fell inside that ditch, making a huge jerk. My car got stuck.
Oh no.
Drops of sweat appeared on my forehead as I saw the dusty road ahead of me, surrounded by deep woods. The only way I could get out of here now is to get out of the car, use the scissor jack to lift the right wheel, and then drive away. Suddenly, a tapping sound appeared right next to my window, and I slowly turned around, expecting to see the man standing there. But to my surprise, there was no one.
Boom! Thought so.
Ah!
I screamed for my life as the man jumped on my car bonnet. He pressed his scary face on my car windshield and stuck out his tongue on the glass. The man had a huge tongue and it was black and filthy. He started licking the windshield glass. His saliva dripped on it, and I couldn't take it in anymore. I vomited inside my car. Seeing me vomit, the man began to laugh and said,
I would love to torture you till you start vomiting red.
His wide, scary eyes pierced my soul. With trembling hands, I dialed 911. The dispatcher took my call, and I said in a fumbling voice,
Please send the cops. I need your help, please. Don't be scared. I'll be right here until the cops arrive.
Jeez.
Even though I gave my location to the dispatcher, I knew it would take at least 10 to 15 minutes for the cops to come for my help.
Yeah.
Once I got off the phone, the man started to climb down from my bonnet. I checked all the car doors and felt a little relieved that they were locked. The man came to my window and tried to open the door. Realizing he can't, he gave me an eerie big smile and said,
Come on. Let me in. What? What the hell do you want? Nothing. Just want to be your friend and make some memories with you.
Nope.
Look, the cops will be here soon, so either Just get the hell away from here or stand outside like a psycho, because you can't get inside this car no matter what!
Oh.
Let me try.
Saying this, he turned around and started looking for something on the ground. After searching for a few minutes, he stopped and grabbed a huge rock. He then turned
This is
towards
where
me,
the...
gave me another scary smile, and said,
Let's try, shall we?
Saying this, he threw the rock at my window, and the glass cracked, but it didn't break yet.
Ooh, you do have a thick glass. Never mind.
Oh, God.
I'll just give it another try. Holy smokes, just stop it. Stop doing this. What have I done to you? I stopped thinking you might need help. I mean, what the hell is wrong with you, man? Well, you were right. I do need help. And I like you already. You can be of so much help, you know. I have my cabin in the woods. I'll
Nope.
take you there after I knock you out with this rock. And then you will help me to have all the secret fun I want to have with you.
No.
Don't worry. I won't kill you. I will keep you alive so that you can enjoy too.
Saying this, he lifted the rock, preparing to throw it at my window. I closed my eyes because I could see what was about to happen next. No doubt, the glass will break down this time, and I will be in great danger. But before the man could throw the rock, I heard loud car horns at some distance. A big van was coming towards my car. As soon as its bright headlights fell on the crazy guy, he stopped. His face turned blank, and he put the rock down. He slowly turned his head towards me, looked me in the eye, and said,
Seems like this was your lucky day. Don't forget to stop for me if you come this way again.
Saying this, he ran into the woods, and I fainted in the car. The driver in the van also called the cops after seeing me passed out inside the car. He noticed my damaged car window and decided to stop for my help. I was later rescued by the cops, and I gave my statement
Thank
about
God.
the man who attacked me that day. The cops told me they have found several empty cars, which their owners just somehow abandoned on the road. They have also reported 3 missing person cases, but even after searching the entire woods, they never found any cabin or any creepy man that matched my description. I don't know where he is now, but to all delivery persons and late-night drivers, do not stop for any suspicious person, especially when you are driving alone in a stranded location.
Buddy, how you doing?
Is this seriously him?
Just some cruisers, man.
What?
That's crazy shit. Just crawling at me like it's goddamn.
You're actually serious. That is real.
Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying the video. If so, please leave a like. And also, a small percentage of people that watch my videos,
I do not
please
care. I do not care.
It is.
I'm just gonna pause it right there. That video clip, holy crap. I've never seen anything like that. I'm being legit. I've never ever seen anything like that. That's some wicked stuff. I'm just telling you right there.
It's been 10 years since that fateful day. The day I lost what little I had left. I could say it was the last day of my life. That day was the 3rd anniversary of the death of my wife and her son, who, despite being from our previous relationship, I considered my son. Both died in a car accident.
Oh?
One of those accidents that one could avoid. One of those that happen when you fall asleep on the road for just a second and your life changes forever. 3 years later, I was a simple Amazon delivery man. I spent that day working. When I finished all my trips a little early, I decided...
Okay, I just wanted to say something real quick as well. With Amazon deliveries, for here in particular, I don't really get Amazon deliveries at night time. They always come during the day. So fancy how they always come during the day, then night. That's a bit welcoming, or a bit reassuring, eh? Considering things happen only at night. Seems a bit sus, eh? But luckily, thank God, Amazon Australia thinks right and goes, oh, we're just gonna deliver at daytime. Yes. Deliver at daytime, people. Never do night shifts with Amazon or deliveries. The only time that we ever get deliveries here at night would be Woolies or Coles or something like that. They'll come in a massive truck. Or it's a semi-little truck. But yeah, that's the only sort of thing that happens at night with deliveries. That's it. That should happen everywhere, not just here.
To take my personal car and work a little more during the night. I wanted to do whatever it was that could distract me and keep me from thinking about being alone. My bosses understood me. They allowed me to make deliveries a little later and even afforded me to use the Amazon van, but I declined. During the night, I braked my car to see where I had to deliver the next package until I looked up and a man was in front of my car. His eyes were huge, full of veins and wide open like lanterns.
Jeez.
I could swear they were shaking on their own, like in a horror story. The rest of his body was normal. Nothing about him stood out. He looked well-dressed but disheveled.
Hey, do you need something?
From his side, there was no response. He just stood there looking at me and blocking my way.
Dude, this is not the right day to be that guy. Please move, now.
Receiving no response, I tried to move the car, but the man moved beside him, always standing in front of my windshield, staring at me in the eyes indifferently but obsessively.
Seriously, I'm not in the mood for this nonsense. Just get out of my way!
At this point, I knew I wasn't going to get a response. I thought about getting out of the car and facing him, but I admit, I was afraid. Something in his face was wrong. The man gave me a sense of death, and I felt that if I got out of the car, I would never get back in. As I thought about how to get away from him, my body froze as I saw him react for the first time. His eyes stopped twitching and he began to walk slowly towards me, getting closer and closer. Suddenly, voices blocked his way.
Sir, what are you doing?
They were policemen watching the scene from afar.
Sir, do you know this guy? No, man, he just stood in front of me. He doesn't let me pass or answer me. Excuse me, you are gonna have to come with us. Sir, back the car up and leave. We will stop him.
I did as I was told. As I backed the car up, I watched as the man tried to run towards me, ignoring the resistance of the policemen. Tired of the man's impertinence, the cops grabbed him and held him between them. And as I watched him being handcuffed, I went back to my house. After showering, I got my instant food and went to sleep. It had been a terrible day, worse than I expected. I relaxed my eyes, which were slowly closing, and I fell asleep. Shortly after, a strange feeling of discomfort made me open my eyes. They had not yet adapted to the darkness, and everything was blurry, but I knew something was wrong. It felt like it happened a few seconds after I closed my eyes, but I knew I had actually slept for hours. My eyesight began to adapt to the darkness, and when I could finally make out what was in my room, my tranquility turned to absolute terror. In front of me was the man who hadn't stopped me from driving by last night. Only now, he was watching me from about 2 meters away from where my bed ended.
That's pretty much social distance.
What the hell? What the hell are you doing here?
The police let me go. Looks like I look harmless enough to them.
Get out, or I'll call the police!
Happy anniversary, kiddo.
What? How do you know that?
In prison, you get a lot of friends with a lot of information. It was very easy to find you if my wife told me she was going out with an Amazon guy.
Prison? Are you...
Every time I see you, I imagine my wife's and son's faces screaming in the car before they died. How was it that only the killer survived? Were you wearing your seatbelt? Did you let the truck hit only on its side?
What's the
I don't know.
Of course you don't know. Adam Park. By the power vested in me by the state of California, I convict you guilty of a crime you did not commit.
Please, it was an accident. Don't kill me.
Consequently, I sentence you to 10 years in prison, while your wife and child are killed by an Amazon imbecile who falls asleep on the road.
No!
I was sure I was going to be executed at that moment. Many times in the past, I contemplated taking my own life because of what happened. But not this time. I wanted to live. Like help from heaven. The man's gun jammed and the bullet didn't come out.
Damn thing.
I took advantage of the situation to pounce on him and struggle. He was notoriously stronger than me, but the smell of alcohol made me realize that he had been drinking before coming and was not in optimal conditions to fight. I managed to get the gun away from him and threw it as hard as I could. We both lay on the floor staring at the ceiling, and we both started to cry.
I'm sorry, okay? Those two were my life too.
I feel
There's
like
not a day
it's
that
the
goes
truck
by
driver.
that I don't think about what happened.
I know. Damn, I miss them so much. Why couldn't you go with them?
There's not a day that goes by that I don't think that.
Relax, Amazon guy. We'll both be with them soon.
What do you mean?
Confused, I looked in his direction and my eyes widened in surprise. The man was holding a grenade
Oh
in his
my
hand,
God.
ready to explode. As soon as I saw him, I stood up and ran as fast as I could. Suddenly, I heard a loud explosion, and I don't remember anything else.
Jeez.
When I woke up in the hospital, I was surprised to be alive. I was back in an accident where other people lost their lives, but I lost something in the process. The doctor said I would soon get all my hearing back, but what I would never get back were my legs. I thought several times
Lost
about
his
taking
legs.
the easy way out and taking my own life. But that day, something saved me from that grenade. Something prevented the rifle from going off. Was it my wife and son? Or just a stroke of luck?
I don't know.
No matter what it was, I will live my life as long as I can in their memory, as they would have wanted.
Was it seriously this dude? That is the creepiest thing I've seen. This dude looks like a truck driver to me, like an American Texas truck driver, and he tried moving. Yeah. Dude,
It was a warm
oh my
summer
God.
afternoon. I had just gotten out of bed after a late-night project for one of my clients. I decided to rest that day by providing myself with some extra care, like a delicious breakfast followed by Netflix binge-watching and junk food all day. Basically, lying in bed and doing nothing. So, I was making scrambled eggs in my kitchen when my phone rang. It was a call for the Amazon delivery, which I was also expecting that day.
Seriously, why does Amazon deliveries deliver at night time? I don't understand. It's got to be always at night time. Things happen always at night. It doesn't make any sense. Why would you deliver at night as well? Like, come on, America. Surely you would need to fix it now.
I picked up, saying, "Hello?
Are you home? Because I'll be
What
delivering
the
your
heck?
package soon.
Yes, I'm home."
You weren't last time, and your package got stolen, and you complained about me. I faced a lot of trouble because of that.
I remembered last month. I wasn't home, and the same Amazon delivery guy called me about a package. Even though he insisted on delivering it the next day, I told him to leave it on my porch. Now, I live on the outskirts, so I didn't see it coming, and someone stole my package.
Huh.
It was a vintage vase and cost me a lot of money. Recalling that this was the
okay.
same guy, I felt a little badly for him because, after all, it wasn't his fault. I replied with an awkward voice, "Oh, that was you. I'm sorry, but I'm home now. You won't have any trouble this time."
Fine, stay home. Don't go anywhere. I'll be there soon.
He disconnected the phone.
Fair enough.
His rude voice hinted that he was still sour from the last experience. Thinking it would be better to keep an eye on the doorbell cam until he arrived, I sat down on the couch with my breakfast. The camera screen installed
Oh,
next to
okay.
my main
It's
door
not nighttime.
showed the sunny day and the empty porch with Halloween decorations still hanging there. I was too lazy to clean that up, the pumpkin heads were rolling on the stairs. The man didn't take much time to arrive. I saw
good.
his big van pulling in my driveway. A bony, average-height man wearing a blue t-shirt and jeans with a baseball cap got down from it. He opened the van's back door and carefully grabbed 3 boxes that were to be delivered to me.
3 boxes.
I got up and walked to the main door when I saw the man coming to my doorstep, holding those boxes. He didn't notice the pumpkins lying on the stairs and accidentally
Come
slipped.
on,
taking
are you
one
serious?
step. Even though it wasn't funny, I couldn't contain my laughter. I was close to the main door, so the man heard me laughing at him.
Oh,
He got
no.
up in full anger and started kicking those pumpkins. Finally realizing how wrong it was for me to laugh at someone's misery, I opened the door, saying, Hey, stop that. I'm sorry, okay? I didn't mean to laugh.
Halloween is long gone. Did you do this intentionally so I would fall?
Stop taking everything so seriously. I have better things to do than giving you so much attention.
Sign here.
He raised the pad toward me with an angry face. I signed my name and gave him back his pad. As I bent down to lift the package, he
It was
asked
broken.
me in a very creepy tone.
Do you want to die?
I straightened
What
up
the
and made eye contact
freak?
with him. His angry face had turned into an ear-to-ear smile. Excuse me?
Do you, want to die?
Without giving any response, I quickly got into the house and closed the door in his face. Peeking through the peephole, I saw him casually place his pad on the ground next to himself on my porch. He took off his hat and placed it on the ground upon his pad calmly. My breath began to quicken. I locked the door. As he heard the click, he shook his shoulders and his head in a very scary way, like something was about to snap
like
inside
that sort of
him.
thing.
He laughed and said,
You want to make it hard, don't you? Don't you, you freaking witch?
He adjusted his stance, raised his foot, and I flinched as he kicked the door. His kick vibrated through the door, and I
Jeez.
felt as if I had just received a sneak preview of what was to come. Before I could move, he kicked the door again. I had no idea he could be that strong, but with the third kick, my door lock broke, and I fell to the floor, screaming. He walked in, chuckled to himself, and looked at me.
Well, that was easier than I thought it would be.
Suddenly, my body decided it would be a good idea to run. I turned and started running to the kitchen. He yelled
was gonna
behind
say.
me.
All this futile effort. You know how it will end. You just know it.
Reaching the kitchen, I grabbed the hot pan that I had just
Oh my
used to
God.
scramble my eggs.
Good, because that's hot.
Now, the man was walking into my kitchen, looking at me like a predator.
Frying pan? Come on. I thought you were a smart chick.
Stay back! Just stay the frack back! I yelled at him. He stopped and flinched, but resumed his journey toward me.
You got me there.
It's like the Joker almost.
He said, chuckling to himself. I began backpedaling. I'm warning you!
No, you're not. If you were warning me, you would have held your ground. You don't even know how to use that thing, do you?
I will bash your brains out if you take one step closer to me.
Really? Do you know what I'm going to do to you? The first chance. The very first chance I get. I'll sew your lips together so you can never laugh at someone's pain. I will give you more pain than you can imagine. Your brains will leak out your ears and your bowels out of your mouth. I will cause that to happen without leaving a mark, and every cop here will swear you died of natural causes.
I was horrified to hear his words. I braced myself, thinking any minute now I am probably going to die at the hands of this psycho Amazon delivery guy. He then jumped on me, and gathering all my courage, I moved the pan, aiming at his face. The metal frying pan hit him harder than I expected. His teeth fell out, and he passed out on my kitchen floor right away. Once I was sure that he had fainted from the sudden blow, I went upstairs, grabbed my cell phone, and called the cops. I watched him with a knife until the cops arrived. Luckily, he didn't wake up, and the paramedics had to carry him out. I never tried to find out what happened to him after he was arrested, but I moved to a new place to avoid any kind of interaction with that creep. It's been 2 years since this terrifying encounter happened to me, and I still get nightmares about that guy. I see him breaking down my door at night with a knife in his hand and screaming,
This time I will get my revenge, you stupid witch!
So is this the dude? Is that seriously him? Dude, that's weird. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Oh my god, it's like 6:35 and I don't know what to say. These scary stories are pretty damn scary, but they're not scary enough. I haven't got a jump scare. Like, they are super scary. Like, 3 Amazon dudes. I thought it would be something else, but you know, things happen. And the thing I do not understand is why Amazon delivery people deliver at nighttime. Like, this was during the day, obviously, but even still, like, things can happen with delivery drivers during the day and stuff like that. But wow, like, I'll give credit to the person who animated this. IMR Scary Tales. That they look pretty good, not gonna lie. It's very animated. They have good voicing, and there's even real video clips of the story happening. Like, not on the entire thing, just how it happened, and especially the dude with the 4-legged thing. Like, what the hell? Like, that stuff is absolutely mind-boggling. I can say about that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.